Hello and thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Amanda Peterson.
And I'm Kyle Rogers. Thanks for being here tonight.
It came as a bit of a shock this week when Shippensburg made CNN and Tosh.0 and even had a mention on Jay Leno.
It did. It seems a 2-year-old vending machine is suddenly an interest to the entire nation. Shippensburg is under fire for selling the contraceptive Plan B in this machine. When Vice President of Student Affairs Roger Sir turned on his TV Wednesday morning,
a promo came on CNN, and they were going to talk about a university that was selling Plan B in a vending machine. I went, oh gosh.
All over this one vending machine. Sir says local newspaper Public Opinion published a story about how Plan B is dispensed at Eder Health. He believes the story took off from there, from USA Today to cable news, even starting a heated debate where the host says to get the pill is
just too laissez-faire, you know, that it's like you should be able to just pop in and, you know, end a pregnancy with a pill you can buy in a vending machine.
Well, you're not ending a pregnancy, you're preventing one. It does not work if you've already had a conception.
But
Martha, this is absolutely reckless, and it's a direct result of the Obama administration's FDA.
Social media users bashed Shippensburg University students for offering Plan B in the vending machine.
But that's the main concern of the administration, is how our students are being portrayed, which is aggravating a lot of them because they don't want our students to feel like we're anything less than great.
Voted for by the Student Senate 3 years ago, funding for this vending machine does not come from tuition fees or taxpayer dollars.
But honestly, all the state schools have it at their university. It's just administered differently.
I think we're in the norm with what we're doing. Now, we may be the only one or one of the few using vending machines. That very well may be.
In a statement from Shippensburg University on Tuesday, quote, several years ago, the university conducted a survey about health center services. 85% of the respondents supported making Plan B available. We value student input on matters that directly pertain to their health and safety. Today, Shippensburg University President Bill Rood released this statement. I have contacted the FDA and invited officials to come to campus and review our dispensing practices. So far, Shippensburg University officials said they will not take the vending machine out.
But I think it's a healthy conversation to have. Is there a better way, a different way we can do it? Listen to the criticism. That maybe it is valid. We have to be open to that. But at this point, no, we're still evaluating.
It's been quite a week in Raider Nation, so we'd like to know what you think. Log on to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/SUTVNews and let us know.
Governor Corbett released his budget proposal for 2012 on Tuesday, which again spells out big cuts for PASSHE schools. Schools in the PASSHE system will see a 20% cut in state funding, a leap from the 5% cut they saw in last year's budget. Shippensburg has already cut back on heating and lighting in an attempt to trim expenses to fit the first round of cuts. This time, they could force SHIP to increase class sizes or worse, cut faculty members. Dr. Deborah Jacobs says the cuts are a message from the governor to all state schools.
The message is clear from the governor when he cuts our budget this kind of way 2 years in a row, that he has no respect for the state system of higher education.
President Rood says all forms of cuts are on the table at the moment, but hopes the state will work to make the budget more manageable for everyone.
I just would hope that we could continue to get the Commonwealth to understand that we are an economic driver as well, and that as you invest in Shippensburg University and the other 13 PASSHE schools, so too will you invest in the future of the Commonwealth.
The Chancellor and Chairman of the Board of Governors for the state system issued a response to the government's proposed budget plan.
In this statement, they agreed with the governor's assertion all Pennsylvania families should be able to afford to send their children to college. SUTV's political reporter Sarah Small has been following the rollout of the budget and has the reaction. She joins us now. Sarah?
No one can argue that cutting spending when state funds are low makes sense, but the cuts the governor proposes set the university back to levels of state support not seen since before most of us students were even born. As our state system leaders pointed out, this proposal provides only $2 million more than the system got in 1988 and 89, and, stating the obvious, a lot has changed in 24 years. We wondered just how much, so we did a little digging. In 1988, Shippensburg University offered 44 undergraduate programs. Today, it offers 75. That's 31 more programs to spread practically the same amount of money. In 1988, we've increased our population by about 2,000 students, from just over 6,300 to 8,400. That's filling the visitor side of Seth Grove Stadium twice. And again, the state is asking the university to work with funding levels equal to a time when visitors at Seth Grove Stadium sat on temporary bleachers. As state system leadership has pointed out, if the cuts stand, we will have lost more than $170 million in state and federal funds in less than 2 years. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Next week, U.S. Representative Lou Barletta will make a visit to Shippensburg. The university will become part of his congressional district in the new federal redistricting plan. President Rood and Student Senate President Comfort Dixon will host a public meet and greet Monday, February 13th at 10:30 a.m. in Raider Lounge 6 in the Cub. The University Student Association is holding the event as an opportunity for Representative Barletta to learn more about the university and the overall Shippensburg area.
Next on SUTV News, find out how the local community is coming together to help a ship professor.
It's coming up next. Last week, I introduced the story of Dr. Becky Overholt. Dr. Overholt is a professor here at Shippensburg and is also the principal of Grace B. Lords Elementary School. Dr. Overholt underwent a bone marrow transplant last Wednesday. The Shippensburg community is still supporting Dr. Overholt. Yesterday, students and faculty joined the National Bone Marrow Registry to honor her. Be the Match, a national donor program, collected swabs from students and faculty. Many came for Dr. Overholt, but Amy Petritis came for herself.
Can't donate blood, and I was always looking for some way to help out with some sort of donation, and I looked through the rules of donating bone marrow, and I am allowed to donate bone marrow, so I figured if I can't donate blood, I'll donate bone marrow.
Donors will join the registry within 3 months, but you can help now. To donate to the Be the Match program, text MATCH space 405 to the phone number 50555. Then reply yes to confirm a $10 donation. Or you could go to Newt's Pub and Grill on King Street February 27th. Newt's will donate 20% of their sales to Be the Match.
Minithon is coming to Shippensburg and needs your help. It is a year-long fundraising effort for the Four Diamonds Fund, whose mission is to conquer childhood cancer. If you're interested in volunteering, contact Mackenzie Bender at mb0121@ship.edu. Well, if you like planning events, SHIP's Homecoming Committee wants you. Some positions available are Campus Outreach Chairperson, the Theme Coordinator, and Media Historian Coordinator. For more information, email suhomecoming@ship.edu or stop by the Cub Info Desk to pick up an application.
Some would argue it's the best time of year. Prom season is coming soon. Tau Kappa, the women's athletic sorority, will host the second annual Project Prom Dress. The dress drive offers prom wear for much less than retail prices. Tau Kappa is in need of gently used dresses, shoes, and accessories. Organizers are collecting dresses now through March. Donations can be made by emailing projectpromdress2012@hotmail.com.
Still ahead on SUTV News, Zach Briscoe has your weekend weather forecast.
And here's what's in this week's slate. Hi, I'm Christina Pooler, Assistant Director of Public Relations at The Slate. Make sure to pick up The Slate next week for stories on illusionist Wayne Hoffman's visit to SU, an interview with a rapper from Pabst and Jazz, and a review of a new movie, The Vow, in our Arts and Entertainment section. Also, this week, both news and opinion pieces on the recent coverage of Plan B vending machine available in the Health Center, as well as reports from our sports section on the Club Ice Hockey Senior Night, men's and women's basketball games against Bloomsburg University, and intramural playoffs, which kick off this week. Finally, be sure to turn to our Ship Life section to see this week's Pet of the Week, Sadie, in the Slate on newsstands this Tuesday.
Well, we finally got snow this week. You think we'll get any more?
I sure hope not.
To be honest, I'm sorry. I'm snow over it.
Zach Briscoe is here with our weather forecast for this weekend. Hey, Zach.
I'm snow funny. All right, well, Zach wasn't there. We'll try to get to his forecast in just a moment.
If you don't feel like waiting in line for food, try Cub Dining on the Go. Shippensburg University students can order meals from the Cub without actually being there. Go to the Cub desk labeled Dining and register your phone number. You get a special dock for the back of your phone, and it has a chip inside to read posters marketing dining details.
Pretty cool.
Swipe the phone dot over the indicated area and make a selection. Students can get coupons, enter to win prizes, and get special meal deals.
Well, those posters are in the Cub and inside Starbucks. A more interesting classroom for summer courses is at the Ocean. SHIP and other universities are offering classes almost anybody can take. They're filling up pretty fast, so register today. For more information, contact Dr. Sean Cornell at srcornell@ship.edu or Dr. Pablo Dellis at prdellis@ship.edu. Well, if you need something free and fun to do for February 24th, come to McFeely's Coffee House. The Red Zone programming series is hosting a performance by Jared Mahoney. Jared Mahoney is a musician and a songwriter who showcases his vocal beatbox. The performance starts at 10 and is free for everyone. Mandy Whaley is here with our weekly entertainment update. Hey, Mandy.
Maroon 5 singer and songwriter Adam Levine announced today the launch of his new record label, and the first person he's signing is singer Matthew Morris from Glee. The Tony Award-winning musical Fiddler on the Roof is coming to SHIP. The musical will take place at the Lurz Center next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. New movies hitting theaters this weekend are Safe House, Journey to the Mysterious Island, The Vow, and Rampart. So, will MIA's obscene gesture result in an FCC fine for the NBC, like the one Janet Jackson received during the 2004 Super Bowl? Stay tuned next week to find out. That's all for me. Back to you guys.
Mandy, thank you so much. Let's head back to the Weather Center. Zach Briscoe standing by with a look at our forecast. Hey, Zach.
Storm system yesterday. Here's a picture of Old Main. It was nice and snowy there. And for your upcoming weather, tonight, 24 degrees, clear skies and chilly. Tomorrow, it's going to be still cool, 41 degrees and mostly cloudy skies as another storm advances. We'll see that here on your national outlook. A storm system will move into the Ohio Valley. A secondary will form off the coast, and that will produce some light snowfall for us here this weekend. As for your 5-day forecast, snow likely on Saturday, 30 degrees. That groundhog must have knew what he was talking about a couple days ago when he was saying winter's coming, because look at this, 29 degrees for your high on Sunday and breezy. It's not going to be too warm. You're going to need your heavy jacket that day. And Tuesday, another chance of snow. As for your weather vocabulary, we're going to talk about 850 millibar temperatures. Now this is the temperatures at 5,000 feet above sea level, and it's a big factor in determining if snow or rain will be the predominant precipitation type. Here's an image of that. Anywhere in the blue is below freezing and the red is above freezing, so if there was precipitation right now, the most likely form would be snow. Now let's send it back to the desk.
All right, Zach, thank you so much.
Don't go away. Sean Gallagher is up next with your Raiders sports update.
We'll be right back. Back to SUTV News.
Sean Gallagher joins us with the sports. Hi, Sean.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Oh, wow.
So, Kyle, how about that Super Bowl last Sunday? How about the
so
Eagles?
Excited the Eagles won.
I know, it was great, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. They came in so close.
I know. Great game. Especially that halftime show.
Yeah. I love
on the
Madonna.
plus side, I won $50 from the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's good.
Ended up betting on the right things.
Oh, wow.
Not the Eagles?
No.
Oh.
Well, we have a lot with sports, and especially a special event coming up on Wednesday.
Well, we have seen the basketball teams go through their ups and downs this season. The women looked to get on a winning streak, and the men were looking to bounce back from a tough loss. The Mansfield Mountaineers were in town last Saturday. Let's check out the highlights.
The Lady Raiders taking on the Mansfield Mountaineers. Early on, SHIP down by 3, but Cody McMaster hits the three-pointer from the far side, tying the game at 21. Toward the end of the first half, a fast break by Shauna Wirt. She's able to put it in, and she's fouled along the way. Wirt would add the 1, SHIP up by 2 at the half. In the second half, Benet Baker, she has just been on fire lately, putting in the layup, beating 2 defenders, 18 points, 7 rebounds on the afternoon. The girls would pull away and win this one 73-60. The men came in last Saturday looking to bounce back after a rough loss to Kutztown. Late in the half, SHIP up by 4, but Reggie Charles adds a big 3 before the horn. And senior captain Craig Van Syok showing some love for his freshman teammate. Van Syok had an impressive game, a career-high 24 points as he nails one of his 5 three-pointers on the day. SHIP gets back on the winning side, 90-78.
Another set of Wednesday night road games had the basketball teams traveling north to Bloomsburg. The Husky basketball teams took both games, beating the Lady Raiders 72-63. Monet Baker picked up her 8th double-double this season in a losing effort, and Sarah Strybuck had a career 21 points also. The men lost 75-54. Dylan Egger had 14 points, and Dane Lauber came close to his own double-double with 11 points and 8 assists. Basketball will be on the road again this Saturday as they face the East Stroudsburg Warriors starting at 1 p.m. Listen to the game on WSYC 88.7 FM and online at WSYC.org. Well, the men's basketball teams will be back at Higas Fieldhouse Wednesday night to take on Westchester. While there is a battle on the court that night, Shippensburg Athletics is asking for your help in another battle.
Wednesday, Shippensburg basketball fans will be wearing more pink than the typical red and blue, as Shippensburg, along with several other colleges across the country, look to raise breast cancer awareness with the Women's Basketball Coaches Association's Pink Zone.
It originally started as the Think Pink initiative, and then a few years later turned into the Pink Zone, and just this past year they changed it to Play for K.
Play for K is named after the late North Carolina State women's basketball coach Kay Yao, who lost her long-time battle with breast cancer in 2009. Yao's charity for cancer research, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund, has joined with the WBCA as the national initiative of the Pink Zone event.
Kay Yao is a very, very popular, very successful women's basketball coach, and she lost her battle to breast cancer about 3 years ago, and that's really when they started moving the title of the initiative to really focus on Kay Yao, because it's just bringing a bigger name, because if you're familiar with women's basketball, you're going to be familiar with that name, so I think they've really tried to address the branding to hopefully raise some more awareness and raise more funds.
Since the event began in 2007, Shippensburg has raised thousands of dollars to go toward cancer research.
Last year was our biggest success, and I believe it was over about $7,000. We will be raising money again this year. We're doing a silent auction, and we're doing some t-shirt sales, and try to engage into some different activities to get people involved and also raise some funds.
Turnout has always been high for the event. In the past, it's been held on Saturday afternoons, but the hope is that the same crowd will come out on Wednesday evening.
We provide free admission for anybody wearing pink. This year will be interesting because it's actually on a Wednesday night, as it's traditionally been on a Saturday midday game. So it'll be interesting. I'm hoping we get some more student turnout.
The event is also a part of the PSAC's Hooping for Cure awareness and fundraising effort. Colleges Against Cancer, the Women's Center, and the Women's Athletic Sorority Tau Kappa will also take part in the event. The women's game begins at 6 p.m., followed by the men's game at 8 p.m. SUTV will have the game for you on Channel 82 on campus and 21 off campus. Watch it online at ship.edu/Go Raiders. And remember, you can get in for free if you wear pink. Well, the wrestling team was on the road in Western Pennsylvania last weekend as they faced Gannon and Mercyhurst. On Friday, the team picked up a victory over the Golden Knights 27-17, but the Mercyhurst Lakers bested the Red Raiders on Saturday, winning 31-9. Well, last night, the team picked up a dramatic win over Delaware Valley, taking the match 19-18, picking up the tiebreaker point due to a pin by Shippensburg's Simon Rice. The team is back at Higas Fieldhouse tomorrow at 7 p.m. Well, Shippensburg had 2 athletes recognized this past week in women's basketball. Senior forward Monet Baker was named the PSAC East Player of the Week. Baker scored a career-high 34 points against Kutztown on February 1st and added 18 more points and 7 rebounds against Mansfield last Saturday. In the men's track and field, Brian Beagle was named Indoor Athlete of the Week. Beagle broke the indoor track record in the mile at the New Balance Collegiate Invitational in New York City last weekend. Well, now that football season is over, the phrase pitchers and catchers will become more common, especially in Salisbury, North Carolina this weekend as the basketball team opens with a 3-game series against Catawba College. The team's first game in Shippensburg will be March 10th, once the weather turns warmer. So a lot going on with Shippensburg sports, especially with the Play for K event, especially since we will be there covering it.
Right. Definitely looking forward to it. Well, that's it for SUTV News. I'm Amanda Peterson.
And I'm Kyle Rogers. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to check us out online at facebook.com/SUTVnews. Have a great night.